2017, and Minecraft is not doing as good as it did before. Newest update was World of Color, which ran mid, and the big Minecraft YouTubers back at the time.
I'm not gonna let that fucking happen! Like, this made me fucking jokes to you, JJ!
Let's just say they weren't doing the best. Plus, there was this new big game every 6-year-old was playing, but that doesn't matter. Alright, look, we've had a pretty substantial player base, but our original community sucks, so we need something good. Well, what about asking the community what they would find in a Minecraft update? Maybe a big Q&A, fix many major problems at the community. Too much work. Plus, Microsoft won't allow it anyway. Well, how about we create 3 to 4 mobs and then ask the community to vote for them? And whoever wins gets to be in the game. And the other 3, fuck them. So the first mob vote was, in my opinion, the worst mob vote Mojang ran. And I mean, I'll give them a pass because it was the first ever vote that they did, and they had no clue how to go with it. But come on, spending only 30 seconds to explain a mob and then give us a shitty sketch on paper was not the best way to give us an info about the mobs. Also, all of the mobs were explained very poorly. The monster of the ocean depth, as told by Jeb,
will attack you with its tongue-like tentacle to pull you down and drown you.
Which sounds so damn annoying to deal with, and considering this is pre 1.13, you couldn't even swim properly. The Great Hunger, on the other hand,
huge mouth and a great appetite for enchanting powers. It will open its huge jaw and sink into the ground where it will camouflage itself. Any mobs or items that fall into its mouth will be consumed.
He had an interesting mechanic, and the whole enchanting thing was pretty nice, but he just looked so ugly and stupid compared to the other 3. And plus, 2 versions later, his whole ability would be nullified with the grindstone, so there's no point in him being in the game anymore. Finally, the last 2 mobs were the Hovering Inferno, which was the one I voted for, and the infamous, which, when you give a mob the name of, people will think it sounds very fucking hardcore, and of course, would vote for it because Jeb literally explained,
you'll find players who haven't slept for many days. It will swoop down in groups and bite your flesh.
God damn, what edgelord did they lay into the dev team? So with that info, of course the Phantom won, and when the Phantom was firstly added, people were excited to see how the mob might generally scare them, only for it to wow, so much for biting my flesh. All it does is nibble on it. So, with shitty explanations, no gameplay show, and very selective names, the first ever mob vote was kind of pathetic. Also, if I was to give the Phantom a rating, it would be a 2 out of 10. 2020, COVID just hit the world like an isekai truck, and Minecraft has been doing very well. Big player numbers, check. Big community, check. Big YouTubers, oh, definitely check. So, of course, when 2020 Minecon came around, Mojang was not going to repeat the same mistake that they did last time. In this mob vote, they would do what they did with the biomes. Make a very cute silly animations for the 3 new mobs and also increase the video by 10 seconds. Because those extra 10 seconds really gave enough information for the whole community. But whatever, everybody in the community was watching, and if there was no beating around the bush, this mob vote was going to be massive. Oh, okay, we're looking good. How are the Twitter polls looking? Minecraft YouTubers are telling their fans to vote for a certain mob. Huh? Oh, fuck. Oh, no. And, biggest Minecraft YouTuber dream just told everyone to vote for the glow squid. Oh, yeah, they won by 52%. Oh, this is gonna be a PR shit show. So this mob vote kind of became a whole spaghetti mess. Isolager fans were blaming Dream for rigging the vote, even though the vote was kinda close. Glow Squid fans were saying that their mob was just better, and Moobloon fans, I'm sorry, the people actually voted for the Moobloon. But the thing is, the main people who were at fault were Mojang themselves. Of course, that does not mean that Dream was wholeheartedly innocent. As a grown-ass man, he should have the precognition that saying vote Glow Squid would send millions of his fans to inflate the vote, even if it wasn't by that much. It was still skewed numbers. Now, does that mean that Dream was the only person who managed to make the glow squid win? No, not really, considering that other YouTubers were calling different mobs as well. So, to say Dream was the only one responsible was kind of stupid, considering Mojang was the one that explained that the glow squid would glow. But no matter, Mojang had a few ideas for the next mob vote. They were not going to make the same mistake that they did this year. This time, they were not gonna make YouTubers skew the votes or have shitty mobs that they would add for mobile games. The next mob vote was going to be even better. So in this mob vote, we had 3 mobs. The Glare, probably the worst mob that Mojang has ever introduced in a mob vote ever. The Allay.
You must be the Allay. Thanks for collecting all these cookies for me. Would you do that with any item I give you? Hooray! No more collecting for me! And you dance too? Amazing! If you give an Allay an item, it will collect matching ones for you. It also loves music.
The reason why I showed you about 80% of the entire Allay trailer was because I want you to understand that this trailer specifically had more information about the Allay compared to the other 2. Meanwhile, the Copper Golem took about 30 seconds before we understood how he works, and the Glare basically had no utility. You see what I mean? Mojang basically made the Allay a fucking Swiss knife by doing all the stuff, whilst the other 2 mobs had almost no utility, or with the Copper Golem having like only 1, and that's just pressing stupid ass buttons. Cool for redstone nerds, useless for the rest of the community. So of course the Allay won because the competition was explained in a way that they could do barely anything. And when the Allay got added, it was an okay mob. Yeah, he was cute, he did what he was supposed to do, but that was the problem. The Allay was doing his job, and as such, the other 2 mobs that were slightly worse than the Allay got shafted. They will never be added again, and I mean, unless you download a mod pack, you'll never see them. Ever. And you can see the numbers. The poor Glare got no votes compared to the other 2. And the only reason the Copper Golem was so high is because he looked cute and people wanted robots in the game. Also, it gave Copper some actual other utility they could mine it for. But no matter, it's not like next year will be the same, right? Right? Oh, okay, what do we have here? The Stone Girl. Oh, what is this? Oh, look, he holds items in a place and acts like a statue. Oh, how cool. Step aside, little bro. So we have 2 mobs. The Rascal, which gives you an enchanted pickaxe. Okay, simple. Looks kind of cute. The passive mob in the cave. Sounds really damn nice. Okay, what about the Sniffer? Oh, he has a baby form. That's already bonus points. He can also root out multiple different types of plants. And he has a special sleeping animation. Oh, yep, okay, yep, there it is. This repeats the exact same formula as the previous mob vote. One mob does way too much. The other mob does one small thing that's situational at best. And the other does jack shit. And as such, the mob that does the most and has the most information simply wins. I wonder why it got almost 2 million votes. Holy shit. So we come to the last mob vote, which was the last ever mob vote. Now, was this mob vote the same as the previous 2? Kinda. Now, the main 3 mobs, the Penguin, Crab, and Armadillo, kinda had their own small niche. The Penguin made your bow faster, niche, but okay. The Crab gave you an extra reach, whatever. And the Armadillo gave you dog armor, which is pretty damn good compared to the other 2. People were comparing that the Crab Claw might be better than the dog armor, but this video is probably proof enough that the dog armor was better.
Who's gonna win? There's not that many wolves left. They're actually doing so much damage to him. These wolves are so strong. In this new snapshot, they must have made it so the armor does a lot more to protect the wolf. Oh my god, we're down to like our last 3 dogs now. Oh! They actually killed him.
You see what I fucking mean? The strongest mob ever made, the Warden, who is stronger than the Wither and the Ender Dragon, probably combined, just got killed by like 19 armored wolves. Literally, just breed a bunch of wolves, put armor on them, and you can kill anything that is not flying. Anything! So when I heard that you can give armor to your dogs, I knew instantly that the Armadillo was gonna win. It wasn't even close. Mojang didn't show the percentages and the numbers, but I know for a fact that more than 50% probably voted for the Armadillo. I really wanted the Penguin in the game because, come on, penguins are cute, but with the main use being boat speed, nobody gave a fuck. And the Crab was kinda in the middle, which meant that you would need to have an extra item in your already filled inventory just to have an extra reach of 1 block. Not even that impactful. But the dog armor was way too good because not only can you stylish, but it was also very durable and made your wolf actually useful in battle, instead of making him sit in your base for the rest of the survival. The last ever mob vote went out with a disappointed meh. All the other mobs that were ever introduced never be a thing. Which is sad, because even though most of these mobs were kind of mid or complete garbage, they still had something going on. You know, they still could have brought life to the world. And yeah, even though they were useless, they could have still had some utility, big or small. So, what do we learn from all these mob votes? Yeah, never let a company like Mojang explain the stuff you're voting for. Because for some stupid reason, their main way of telling us about every mob vote was 1-minute animation and 3 sentences. No gameplay footage, no further information, and as such, the mob with the highest information in their trailer almost always had the biggest chance of winning. And thank God, we now have biome votes only. Of which I'm still waiting for my fucking Mason Savannah update and get my fucking meerkat.